thank you so much for joining us for National Obesity Care Week. We really appreciate it.
It's my great pleasure to be here.
So we'll start really simple. What are the best tips for people who are trying to lose weight?
You know, this is my favorite tip. If you want something to change, you should measure it. And so my best tip for losing weight is for people to measure their weight and measure what they're eating. So we have a food diary. So in the food diary, you write down everything you eat all day long, and you do it for about a week. And I guarantee you, it will change what you eat. And because when you become aware of it, it changes the behavior. And so the food diary and monitoring food intake is one of the secrets of weight loss.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What are the medical dangers of obesity, especially being obese for multiple years or decades?
Mm-hmm. We all know it's a big driver of diabetes, cardiovascular disease. 40% of all cancers are related to obesity, obstructive sleep apnea, fatty liver disease, and NASH. The leading cause of liver transplant is obesity related nowadays. So it has a whole spectrum of severe complications that are really the chronic diseases that are plaguing us in the 21st century.
So we know that obesity can be really dangerous to us medically. Is obesity caused by genetics or lifestyle or a combination of both?
Well, the way to think about it is genetic susceptibility in an obesogenic environment. In other words, an environment that really promotes weight gain in individuals who have those susceptibility genes. It really takes both. So I think that what people fail to understand is that it's not something that's easily controlled if you have those susceptibility genes and you're living in the current modern environment. You know, in our modern environment, it doesn't take a lot of physical activity to do our work or even to have in play. So we can have very sedentary lifestyles. So that's one part of the driving of the obesity epidemic, and the other part is look at the environment. It's a lot of ready access to highly palatable and energy-dense foods. And that's the other big driver. There are other factors that come into play. Certain life events predispose people to weight gain. Stress, depression. Some women are susceptible to postpartum weight retention, weight gain over the menopause. Those all can be additional drivers.
So many of the topics that you just talked about, we are studying here at Pennington Biomedical. What would you say are some of the biggest findings on metabolism, weight loss, and obesity over the last 30 years?
I think that our biggest discovery is that we don't need to return people to a so-called normal body weight to get a lot of health benefit. So, for example, people with prediabetes, and in Louisiana we have 37.5% of the population with prediabetes. For prediabetes, we can get a lot of health benefit with modest weight loss. In the diabetes prevention program, which was done here, weight loss of about 7% produced a 58% reduction in risk for type 2 diabetes. Modest weight loss, major health benefit. And it did not require individuals to reach a normal body weight. 7% weight loss. If you weighed 200 pounds, that's less than 15 pounds.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So where do you think we're going to go in the future of obesity research here at Pennington Biomedical and beyond?
You know, one of the things we do here at Pennington is really understand the drivers of food intake and energy expenditure. We really are experts around energy balance and different things that affect that energy balance and predispose to excessive weight gain and resistance to weight loss. So I think we're going to see within 5 years medications that can produce at least 15% weight loss. We're going to improve beyond that. In 10 years, I think we'll be having treatment approaches that can rival what we can achieve with bariatric surgery now. I'm very hopeful that our medical approaches to weight management are really going to intensify, and we're going to see a lot better results than we have now.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to add in?
No, thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, great pleasure.